just say a huge thank you to all of you. It's not easy being an active participant on this masterclass. Our reputation, as has been the case over the last 21 years, is tough love. And I've maybe become a little bit more lenient in my older years, but not much, because we have to push you. You won't push yourself necessarily in your study groups. So you've really been pushed today, all of you. You've really pressed your buttons in different ways. But I hope you can understand the relevance of that. We want you to do well. The only sole reason this course exists is to get you through this exam. But some of the things that you've learned here, hopefully, you can actually see how you can apply this in your everyday general practice, because there's lots of ways to make real patients work for you for this exam. I'm going to hand over to Shane to see what he's observed. What do you think, Shane?
Well, I mean, I just say thank you to all of you. I think, it's clear that, you all do a lot of these things already, and you're very, very, very easy. I mean, I would happily have all of you as my GP. So, and I don't always say that. So,
No,
it's kind
he
of,
he never says that actually, to be fair. So.
um, but you were all in terms of your communication style. Lots of lovely rapport building, lots of nice open questions when it was appropriate. There was just it's just about fine tuning some areas. And I think the things I've noted down are things that happened not all throughout, but just sporadically through. And there were bits that kind of put you off track sometimes. But I think the key about acknowledging, in the first case that word safeguarding was mentioned, how is that received? And if it isn't received the way that you expected it to, because we're all only human, I spent most of my life as Shane with my foot in my mouth saying the wrong thing. But as long as I acknowledge it and, apologize occasionally when I need to, and then I can move on. And I think it's very true when you're dealing with anyone, with patients, is probably as much a big part of what you do as anything else. So it's just that acknowledging is really powerful. And you've got to feel comfortable with it. And if you don't feel comfortable with it, then I think you've got to get comfortable with it, because I think it is really powerful in the receiving when you hear it. And I think most people will give you a buy. And especially in this exam, it's the examiner, you want to give you a buy. Just curiosity sometimes was lacking. If somebody is saying something two or three times, there's probably a reason in this fake world. Explore it, ask the next question. There was occasionally, which is something that happens, I think, when we're stressful, it's thinking of the next question to ask rather than being present in that moment. So just trying to trust yourself. You're all very astute people, but just trust yourselves a little bit more and trust your SP. We're not here to make your life hell. We might have to do some awful things sometimes and shout at you and be a nasty person, but that's part and parcel of what we're there to do, and to push your buttons, but it's how you react to that. Signposting as well is really key. Why are you asking something? Take me with you. Rather than just ask lots of questions, because remember, it can feel very, very frightening if somebody's asking you all of these types of questions that are second nature to you, but they're not to me. I haven't done all of your training. I don't understand why you're going down a certain route. So just let me know why. Take me with you. It's if I'm playing, whoever I'm playing, it'll be my health that I want to take control of as well. Um, Reassurances, which I think you did quite a lot of it, but sometimes just it's a really powerful thing to be reassured sometimes when you can. Reassure what you can and make sure you don't fall into the trap of providing reassurance when you can't. And just language. I used to say a lot in a post-Trump era, but unfortunately we're about to go into another one. So, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And that's where that acknowledging thing can be really helpful, because if you do say the wrong thing, you can come back with it. It doesn't have to be so many times doing these exams. It's awful. You can see people and they just say something wrong and it completely freezes them for the rest of the consultation. And it's awful to watch, because you think, oh gosh, you knew exactly what you were doing and you've just come unstuck. So just, recalibrate, take a breath, acknowledge if something hasn't landed the way you want, and move on.
A round of applause for Shane. Thank you so much, Shane. Thank you as always.
Best of luck.
Okay, guys. So What we're going to do is we are specifically now going to get, I suppose, a bit more intensive feedback from myself. The way we're going to do that is, I suppose, revisit your master plans and then predict your